Okay, students, in Java, we basically used a concept here that is Java for each loop. Okay, so there is a concept known as, if we just to tell you that we have a concept of Java for each loop. Okay, there is a concept known as Java for each loop, which is one of the enhanced version of for loop. This is known as enhanced for loop. Fine. So what basically the purpose of this enhanced for loop is that when we want to work with arrays, okay, or we have a concept of collections also in case of a Java. So if we currently talk about arrays only, then we can use this concept of the enhanced for loop. Okay, so it will give a alternative syntax of for loop. So as we all know about that, for loop consists of three parts. One is the initialization, second is the condition part, and second one is the increment or a decrement. But this enhanced form of for loop is used to iterate through the items of an array. So it is also referred as for each loop. Okay, there are two names for that, that is for each loop or enhanced for loop, because the loop iterates through each and every element of an array. Okay, why so? Because the loop, we can say that is the loop iterates through each element, through each element. So it will just iterate through each and every element that is available in that particular array. Okay, so basic syntax for this particular for loop is that. So I just tell you that particular syntax here. So there is a basic syntax for that we can use, like for, and here we can define data type, for data type, and then we need to define the items that we need to iterate, and here is the collection of elements. Collection of elements will be there. Okay, so then we have that collection of elements over there. Fine, and in this particular part we can have different statements here. We can define the different statements like this. So this is the, we can say that, syntax of that is enhanced for loop. Syntax for enhanced loop is there. Clear? So that is the syntax for enhanced loop. So collection here will, what it will tell us, that is the collection of or the array variable which we have to loop through. That we need to just iterate that particular elements, or just to traverse that particular elements. We will use here, that is a collection of element will be there. And item is a single item from the collection. So it will tell you item is what, that is a single item that we are talking about from the group of elements we are having. So what happens basically, that how this for each loop will work, that it will iterate through each item in the given elements. So we have a collection of elements here. So what it will be do, it will just iterate each and every elements. So it will just iterate each and every element and store each item in this particular form. It will store each item in a variable called item. So if you are having 5 elements here, so it will iterate all the 5 elements and store the value of each element here. That is in the case of a item variable. And after that, it will execute the body of the loop here. So I just write one program in order to describe you the concept of this enhanced for loop. So here you can see that I will be using a class here, that is class let's give it a name, enhanced for. Okay, enhanced for, and here we can use public static void main, that is string. So I just move it to the capital letter. So string arguments are here. So here we need to just, now we will use the concept of this enhanced for. So we are writing like this. Data first form is the data type. So here is first data type. So we are using int. Then we have to define that particular numbers here. So let's suppose I just I need to include that particular thing in the form of an array. So I am representing like this, int num equal to, so I can give all those values here. So I am just defining this data types that I need to use. But for using that enhanced loop, first of all, I need to define the array part also, because this particular enhanced for loop will work on the, if we have a different collection of elements in case of array only. So we have defined this particular array, that is int num, that is data type with the integer part. So same, this integer part we will be using here also. Okay, so first of all, we will be just defining this int num, and here I can give the different values here like 3, 4, and 5, any number of values I can pass it to. So like 6 could be there, 1 could be there, and like 2. These are the values I have declared in this particular array, that is a num array. Right. Next we have int sum equal to 0. Okay. So that is int sum equal to 0. Now I will use the concept of this enhanced for loop. So how I will be using this? I will be writing like this for. Okay. Then first of all, I will define the data type. So where we have to use this data type, like we have declared this particular integer part only. So I will be writing like this int. Next is the item that we need to define here. So what type of a item? Let's suppose I need to define that items. I can give any other name, that is num1. Okay, so I that is num1 here. That is, this is the item name that I am specifying here. And here what I am using, I need to define the collection of elements. So my collection of elements are available in this array part, that is the num array. So I am using num here. Okay, so that is a num here, that is I am using here like this. Okay, so after that I need to pass the statements here. So I am writing like sum equal to sum plus, that is the number. So all numbers are available in this particular item part. So I'm writing this num1. Fine. Sum equal to sum plus num1. Fine. So I will close my bracket here, and here I will just print all those numbers. System dot out dot println, and here I need to use sum equal to plus. So here where we are defining this particular part, that is sum. Fine. So this was all about that. We are using this concept of enhanced for loop. So let's save this program. and then I can. So here, what name I have given, I just check that particular name. That is enhanced for, enhanced for. So I am going to run this particular program. So for that, I first share my screen with you. Okay, so I am writing like Java enhanced for. So this is a sum that you can get afterwards. Fine. So what we have done that we have created an array over here with this particular integer type, and we need to sum that particular part. So directly what will occur that all my variables, it will iterate, this enhanced loop will help us to iterate all those elements. So as in the previous version of this for loop, we have to define all the three parts that we have defined in this for loop. Here directly what we are doing, we have created another variable over here, that is num1, and in this particular num1 it contains all those elements that is available in this particular num array, and finally it will just collect traverse each and every element, and it will add on all those elements one by one to give the desired output. Okay, so this was all about enhanced for loop. So